Brands need to get back to basics. They need to get back to why they exist, and that essentially is to create value for customers. What we've seen is a succession of corporate scandals where brands have put the money motive, the profit motive, before the purpose that they're there to serve. Case in point, this week the news broke about VW manipulating the data from their software in their cars in order to reduce emissions, in order to maximize profits. That is likely to cost them. They've made provision for 6.5 billion euros, but it's likely to be far in excess of that. Now, how can that happen? It can only be when people in an organization put profit before purpose, before customers. The first meaning of on purpose is to be purposeful, to be clear about what you stand for as a brand. The second meaning of on purpose is intentionality, to do things on purpose. Many organizations are trying to deliver their customer experience, but so much of it is unintentional. With all the availability of channels now, where customers can buy pretty much whatever they want, wherever they want, whenever they want, the challenge is for brands to be able to create a seamless customer experience and to deliver that across those channels in a way that is intentional, it's designed, and customers feel that that is intended for them. In our book, On Purpose, we talk about three major steps. The first is to be clear about what you stand for. So first of all, be really, really clear about what your purpose is and to communicate that through the organization. Secondly, to stand out. So to differentiate your customer experience and to dramatize that purpose through all of these different channels, to bring it alive. Because it's not about having a purpose, it's about doing a purpose. It's about behaving in a way that is on purpose. The third thing is about standing firm, and that's about creating the culture that sustains you in the long term. And that's really what we're talking about here, is how do you create that culture? How do you do that? And I think the answer is to create that purpose and to go through that process with people. It's a process of engagement. One of the things we talk about is that you can't force it, you can't fake it, and you can't fudge it. It has to be authentic. And the only way you can make it authentic is by engaging your communities, that's your customers and your employees, around that common cause. There's some interesting examples of organizations that are doing this really well. I think one of them in the UK is Premier Inn. Its purpose is making guests feel brilliant through a great night's sleep. Now you may say, well, that must apply to any hotel. But it doesn't, because there are many hotels that you might choose to go to for fine dining. You might choose to go there because of a fabulous location, because of the great architecture, because of the fitness club. Premier Inn is not one of those hotels. You don't go for those reasons. You go there to do something. You have a social engagement, you have a business engagement, whatever, and what you need is a great night's sleep. And that's what they're single-minded about doing. And they stand by it. They have a good night guarantee. If you don't have a great night's sleep, they'll give you your money back. Another one in retailing will be Lush. Lush recently was awarded the best customer service in the UK by Which magazine, and it's very evident what Lush is all about. It's about those fresh, organic, freshly produced cosmetics without packaging, without extraneous materials or ingredients which are environmentally harmful, and that is dramatized through the colors and the smell in the stores. It's dramatized through the almost market feel of the shops. It's dramatized through the way that the employees engage with you and talk passionately about the brand. Traditional brand that we talk about in the airline business, the Southwest, 42 years on, still very profitable, still very successful. Why? Because its purpose is bringing people together, and it does that brilliantly.